On the eastern side of Kenya's capital lies one of the oldest slums in Africa, Mathare Valley slums. It is the home to close to 500,000 people, each confined within at least 1 meter squared kilometer. Being an informal settlement area, Mathare is widely known for poverty, crime and overcrowding. Here, survival is no different from that of the proverbial animal farm. Survival is for the fittest. A walk around this area reveals the complex nature of life. Residents live within their improvised structures, which at times serves as business outlets to the lucky residents who operate small businesses in the area. Others, those with the financial ability, stay in congested flats where there is barely enough space to air out the clothes. So how exactly is it possible to follow the World Health Organization's guidelines on how to fight the spread of the COVID-19?
Tulikuwa tunaambiwa wakati wa corona tunawe mikono. Ikaonekana hata hiyo pesa ya kununua hiyo mtungi ilikuwa inauzwa 1,000 na mimi napata profit yangu ya 200.
Lucy is a 28-year-old mother of 3. She has been selling green groceries in Mathare North for the last 10 years. However, she laments about the pandemic, saying that it has negatively impacted her business. She says her profits have diminished sharply since the first case of the virus was reported in the country mid this year. Being an informal settlement area, poor sanitation is the order of the day. Running water is rare. To get enough water supply, residents have to buy water, which to them is an extra expenditure in their businesses.
Biashara ikarudi chini kabisa, paka hata tukashindwa tutaenda wapi. Sababu masaa ya kufunga ilikuanga saa 1 na saa hiyo ndio makastoma wanakuja kununua. Mnapata ile vitu mlikuwa mmenunua, mnarudi nazo kwa nyumba. Sasa kesho yake mnashindwa mtapeleka wapi?
On the other hand, the small-scale traders also say that they have never been able to realize the 1.5 meter social distancing rule.
Customer saa zingine wanakuwa wengi. Unashindwa sasa uwezi fukuza customer na amekuletea pesa.
But since mid-March this year, when the first case of coronavirus was announced, the government imposed measures to combat its spread, and the nationwide curfew was one of them.
Kama wewe sio mgonjwa ama nani usiwe hapa nje tafadhali. Wakati sasa ni polisi
wanangopa ile masaa ya curfew, uwezi muambia songa ama usongee mwingine na unataka hiyo shilingi at least hata watoto wapate chenye wataenda ku.
Some small-scale traders, especially in the hair and beauty industry, complain of reduced clients, empty seats that made some of them lay off some staff. They have attributed this to the fact that the industry is a close contact service that most clients fear.
Biashara iko chini koroka. Hata saa hata gazeti siwezi afford kila siku.
Mudoe Jackson is an economic expert at Kenyatta University, a field he has actively participated in for over a decade. He says that just like every other business sector, the SMEs have not been left out. He adds that their business operations have been greatly affected by the pandemic as a result of reduced working hours occasioned by curfews and extra costs to maintain the hygiene to evade catching the virus.
With the curfew and the reduced working hours, they felt a lot of pain. And then there is an extra cost of ensuring hygiene in the areas of work. And other than that, we have some in the food and accommodation industry who've had to reduce their capacity.
Mudoe says that as a result, the economy suffers job cuts and income reductions, which translate to reduced gross domestic product of the country, occasioned by low revenue collection. To cushion the sector, the expert urges the government to protect its workforce by averting the spread of the virus to ensure it has taxpayers in future. He adds, through partial reduction of business operating hours as opposed to complete lockdowns, help businesses secure an income.
We are actually lucky that much of our economy is still functioning compared to some other countries like in Europe, where they've had to go for lockdown the second time.
To help the businesses undergoing difficulties bounce back post-coronavirus, he asks them to stay safe from the virus to survive, after which they can get credit to boost their businesses.
The most important thing to ensure that Mama Mboga bounces back is that she's safe, he or she is safe.
An SME can simply be defined as a business entity with less than 100 employees. In Kenya, there are about 7.4 million registered SMEs that has employed over 11.8 million Kenyans and rakes an income of 15 billion shillings and sustains a high percentage of households in the country. With the upsurge of COVID-19 infections in the country, the government might bring back more strict measures to help combat the spread of the virus. However, traders here in Mathare say that this might impact their businesses negatively. Winfrey Owino for KUTV.